Hi everyone, welcome to 19 at noon. I'm Fox 19 First Alert Meteorologist Anna Duvall here with your forecast update. I hope everyone has been finding ways to beat the heat this week. And if you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments and we'll try to get to them as we go through this live stream today. So let's start off with this. I'm going to move my monitor a little bit so we can fully read this graphic I have here. So this morning's sunrise was at 6:13 in the morning. Another long day ahead. We have a total day length of 14 hours and 52 minutes. So like I said, really long day ahead. That sun doesn't set until 9:08 p.m. This is one of the latest sunsets of the year. This will continue around this time until July 3rd. So we're having a really long day ahead with lots of sunshine heating us up throughout the day here. Now, I wanted to take a look at the sunrise from this morning. So this is a little time lapse. Here's that sunrise starting to peak up just a little bit at 5:54 a.m. and then you can really see those colors start coming into the background there with those upper level clouds, making it a really pretty start to our day. But then you start getting that golden hour glow here as we move into those early morning hours. And that just continues with those upper level clouds moving through, helping provide just a little bit of shade for us today. And we're going to hope those continue helping us out, break that heat just a little bit. So this is more currently, and as we move up, now we're starting to see some of those fair weather clouds come in. So those little fair weather clouds are what we're going to be seeing throughout the day, mostly those, not as much those upper level clouds we saw at the beginning. So here is all 6 of those cameras, lots of fair weather clouds, and all of these photos here. But you can see these trees aren't really going anywhere. There's not really a breeze out there, anything cooling you off other than the shade from those few spotty clouds that are out there. But overall, it looks like a beautiful day outside. It is a little cooler than we have been seeing over the last couple days, and I mean just a little bit. It's not very much warmer at all. So it feels pretty good. It looks pretty good out there, and we can see on our radar here, you have these clouds starting to stream in. You can see little spots of them here or there. Even a couple of spotty showers starting to move into our area as well. And we'll continue to see that chance into the afternoon and evening hours tonight of some spotty, scattered showers and storms moving through our area. So let's take a look at our current temperatures around the area. We'll get back into the rain in just a few minutes. So here are the current temps right now. Lunken at 90, as well as Lebanon, 88 down in Falmouth and 88 at the airport. So feeling it really warm out there. You can see we're already in this red color and it's only noon. So you know what that means. We can only get warmer from here. So, and it's also feeling like in that 100-degree marks in multiple places. Batesville 105, Lebanon 108, 100 in Middletown. The rest of us sitting in those upper 90s. We have a few cooler spots up in Richmond sitting at 93 and the airport at 94. So I would say a little cooler there, but really it's not all that much of a difference. It still is going to feel really hot out there. We're still in this heat wave, but a couple of degrees here and there is all going to feel much of the same. There is a microclimate in Batesville and Lebanon, talking about the agriculture there, giving a lot more humidity off than we're seeing in the city here. So that's why those are just a little bit warmer than what we're feeling. So taking a look at the heat index over the next couple of days, I know that's been the big story here is the first alert weather days are because of the heat index and what it feels like outside and not really the temperature that we're seeing on that 7 days. So here is our heat index. 101 for today is what it's going to feel like out there. 100 by Thursday, 93 Friday. So you can see a pretty significant dip in those feels like temperatures into the weekend ahead, and that's because of some increased rain chances by that weekend. So let me show you a little graphic. I gotta find it in here for a second. Here it is. And I'll just move this on up so we can talk about this heat index next. Okay, it's loading right now. But basically what I'm going to show you is going to be an explainer for heat indexes. So we use heat indexes and feels like temperatures interchangeably. So it's a measure of discomfort an average person feels when they go outside. So it feels like it is burning up outside, it's 100 degrees, but really it's like 95. So that's like the difference here. So it's a combination of heat in Fahrenheit and the relative humidity in the air. So like I was talking about earlier with those hot spots in Lebanon with the microclimates of the agriculture there, they're giving off more relative humidity, adding that to the air, and it boosts up their heat indexes. So this is when over 100 degree, so when this happens, we have over 100 degree temperatures, feels like temperatures out there, and you can have heat-related illnesses to this. You need to know the differences between heat stroke and heat exhaustion. Just know if you're outside for an extended period of time to drink lots of water, be in the shade, and if you ever stop sweating, that is considered an emergency, and you should call 911 because that is a significant sign that you are having a heat stroke if you're out there and all of a sudden your body stops sweating. So just be aware of that moving forward to the next couple of days with these last few first alert weather days and these hot temperatures. So for the rest of your day, if you're going outside, the UV index is at its highest point. It's very high. We're all the way at a 10. So if you're going to be out there, you're definitely going to be experiencing a little bit of a burn. So definitely wear some sunscreen, put a hat on, sunglasses, anything to protect yourself from the sun. Make sure you're bringing water out there if you're sitting by the pool. It's going to feel very hot, but the max time before you start burning is about 15 minutes. I mean, that's probably as much as I could handle in this heat right now, but the peak time for this UV index is between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. So if you're going to be out there during that time, please make sure you're wearing lots of sunscreen, drinking your water, getting in the shade as much as possible while you're out there. So we still are under this heat advisory here. Anything in this orange color here is in the heat advisory. This is an extreme heat warning over by Charleston and Parkersburg, but we're still in that heat advisory until tonight at 8 p.m. I don't think they're going to extend this heat advisory with the National Weather Service, but we'll keep you updated if anything changes with that, because we do have that rain coming into the forecast, which will help dramatically drop our temperatures and our feels like to a little bit of a more comfortable and a more seasonable temperature. So for the rest of your day today, like I said, it's going to be hot. It's been the same story over and over, copy and paste kind of days, 92 degrees, but you see, we do have those storm chances. You can see those lightning bolts coming out of our cloud there. We do have storm chances moving into the afternoon, but we're going to be at 91, about 2 degrees cooler than we were yesterday. So getting a little better here on the side of hotness, but as we go into the overnight hours, not much relief there. You can see we're only getting down to 76 by 1 a.m. So really not all that big of a change there. It's going to feel slightly better, but it's still going to be humid and mild and quite warm out there. So make sure you're taking the proper precautions all day long and even into the overnight, because tomorrow is also going to be a hot day. And we're going to continue these first alert weather days through Friday, but this is because of those air temperatures feeling like 100, but we're going to be in those 90s on our 7-day. And this is not going to stick around until this weekend, because we do have these storm chances coming in, and that's going to help reduce some of that heat load on us. So let's talk a little bit about the storm chances that we have today that'll help certain areas of our DMA. So this is from the Storm Prediction Center, and you can see this darker green area here that's circled around. That is in a marginal risk for severe storms tonight. Now, everyone else is just in a thunderstorm risk there, but we are looking at that 1 out of 5 risk for the northern part of our DMA here, but most of these storms are just going to be very scattered in nature, very quick. I don't think any of these will be producing anything life-threatening here, but these are from this afternoon into the evening, and strong thunderstorms are possible with some gusty winds. And like I said, most of these are going to stay to the north. So you can see those storms starting to pop up already into that 3 p.m. hour during that peak heating into the afternoon. and those will continue to move on in into the later part of the evening. So you can see now these storms are kind of straddling the Cincinnati area. So we had storms to the north, and now we're having a lot of storms down to the south of Cincinnati, down in Kentucky. So, but those are just going to continue moving through into the later night. If we fast forward into Thursday, we're going to see much of the same thing. It's going to be around those peak heating hours. Those storms are going to start popping up very scattered in nature, very isolated as well. So these are going to just pop up into those areas, and as we move through the evening hours, those are just going to continue to come on in and really just, I would say these are going to help your temperatures, but it's also going to feel a little steamy out there because you're mixing the rain with already humid air. So it's just going to feel more sticky, but it will help reduce our temperatures for the next couple of days. So these showers and storms continue to move through Thursday evening. So you see a couple pockets of stronger storms here next to Wilmington and Lebanon. So we're definitely seeing some storms moving through the area for the next couple of days, and that will just continue into this weekend. So I'm going to show you a longer range model here. So this is Saturday at 8:30 p.m. You can see most of the area is kind of saturated in this green color. Again, this is a long range model, so it really can't pick up and pinpoint exactly where these are going to be quite yet, but we'll have more details as we move closer to the weekend. But you can see there's definitely chances of some storms on Saturday, and that'll continue through Saturday night and into Sunday as well. We'll still see lots of those storm chances, but the real storm chance comes in around Monday at that peak heating hour. So again, for the next couple of days, we're going to see those afternoon to evening showers and storms, and this will continue through Monday as well. So this is our stronger storm chance here on Monday, starting at that peak heating hour, 2:30. So around that afternoon, evening hour, and you can really see what looks like that's going to be a cold front pushing this through that's helping force this along, but those showers continue into Tuesday as well. So lots of rain is expected the next couple of days. And like I said, the rain helps our temperatures, but not so much the mugginess that we're going to feel outside. It's still going to be sticky and muggy and very steamy feeling once it rains, and it's still so hot outside. So you're definitely going to be wearing this air still. So these have gone down for our dew points here. We're kind of in the lower end of the 70s now, on the lower end of the very humid scale. So we're still very humid, but you can see that slight dip when we start seeing those storm chances here. But like I said, we're still going to feel pretty sticky out there and steamy from this heat, and everything that's going on out there is really going to stick to us as we move through the next couple of days while it's raining on us and we're getting some that heating as well. Sorry, I'm just checking the comments just to make sure no one's asked anything. And so it's definitely still going to be very hot outside, but we're going to get to more seasonable by that time. Now, if you have any plans tonight and you want to sit outside, have a good evening dinner because it's been so hot, and maybe you have a fan outside, or cooling towels, or you have an inside patio deck like these people do here, it's not going to be a great night for that because, like I said, evening showers moving through the area. So 5 p.m. you can see we got those pop-up thunderstorms coming in. Most of us are going to stay dry and hot over getting that rain and feeling some kind of relief there. Still going to be steamy, 90 degrees by 5 p.m. and into the 7 o'clock hour if you're having a late dinner, 88. So like I said, not much relief there, but most of us will stay dry compared to those who see these showers and storms moving through their area tonight. So that's a little look at your forecast. If you wanted to eat outside tonight, it might get a little wet. I mean, I guess the only food I would eat out there is probably watermelon because it's already kind of wet and made of water. So let's take a look at our 7-day forecast here. We'll zoom in so you guys can take a closer look. Spotty storms and scattered showers the next 3 days. We're going to be in those low 90s. Not much relief into the overnight hours, but we are going to see some relief on the way, which we should all be excited about. This heat wave is going to end here with these storm chances that are coming on in. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, still first alert weather days. We're still going to be hot, humid, still in the midst of that heat wave, but that's going to end as soon as we hit those scattered storms and spotty showers throughout the weekend ahead. You can see that temperature drop there, 87, 86, still not very different from what we're feeling on Thursday and Friday, but the humidity that comes along with this heat wave and everything will feel a lot better. Will be more seasonable once we reach the weekend, moving into the beginning part of next week. So it's going to feel a lot better as we start moving into next week. We're going to be in those low 80s, it's looking like, by Tuesday. So lots of rain expected. So if you didn't like the heat, I got news for you. We got lots of rain coming your way coming up for the next part of the week.